Closing arguments today in the case of a suspected drunk driver who killed a Spokane Valley woman and left her husband paralyzed.
John Strine broadsided the couple on their motorcycle in June of 2009, just below Providence Sacred Heart Medical Center. KXLY4's Jeff Humphrey is live at the courthouse. Jeff, Strine's defense attorney freely admits his client had been drinking.
Yeah, it is a bold but risky legal strategy. Yes, my client was drinking that day. Yes, he was slightly speeding his Mercedes, but none of his actions that day were criminal. And because he didn't wait at that stop sign, it was actually the man driving the motorcycle that triggered this fatal crash. Gary Keller sat in his wheelchair today almost a year and a half after the collision that killed his wife, Lori, and left Keller a paraplegic. The couple had stopped here at 4th and Brown when John Strine suddenly changed lanes and plowed into the Keller's motorcycle as they crossed the intersection.
The defendant did not need to be driving while he was impaired. He did not need to be driving recklessly. He did not need to be driving with disregard for the safety of others. Those were choices he made.
Once at the hospital, police asked for a sample of Strine's blood, and say test put his blood alcohol level at .20, more than double the legal limit. However, Strine's defense attorney says if that number was accurate, Strine should have been falling down drunk that day.
We told you in an opening statement that he bought a shot of whiskey and that it was passed around the table, and you can see it in the video. You can see him actually handling it, carrying it. You don't see him spilling it. You don't see him fumbling or stumbling or doing anything that would be consistent with the state's evidence.
The defense insists for Strine to be at .20, he would have had to have consumed 14 drinks when credit card receipts show he purchased less than a half dozen. Strine's attorney says the blood sample was mishandled and contaminated.
So when you look at the evidence, ladies and gentlemen, as to whether or not Mr. Strine was operating his motor vehicle under the influence, there is reason upon reason upon reason for doubt.
And if Carl Oreskovich has planted some doubt in the mind of at least one juror, he has taken a significant step toward having his client acquitted. What this jury will not know until after they render its verdict is that this was the third DUI arrest for John Strine since 1997. Reporting live at the courthouse, Jeff Humphrey, KXLY4.